So today I have my mom in the studio. Mom, say hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited to have you here, Mom, because if you did not know this, Crazy Love or Nothing came from my mom. So like,
And Dad.
and my dad. Okay, fine. But like, you're the one that would always tell me it has to be Crazy Love or Nothing. Yes?
True.
100%. And so like, today's episode is going to be about when you find your person, okay? And actually a lot of you are probably dating somebody right now even, and you're wondering, okay, how do I know if this is it, or oh my god, this is amazing, how do I keep it? So today's all about maintaining. It's about how you nurture that relationship and keep it going. So Mom, how long have you and Dad been together?
Wow, folks.
Into the mic from
1977, not 1877, 1977.
Yeah, Mom, you're not that old. You guys, if you don't, if you're just listening on Spotify or Apple, you got to see her on YouTube. It's crazy. Or on Instagram, I'm gonna post pictures there of my mom because Mom, you look gorgeous, and I think part of the reason why you're so gorgeous and like youthful is because you're so in love.
100%.
Right?
100%.
You and Dad are so nauseatingly in love. It's so cute.
Okay. I mean, because we never, ever take each other for granted. Never.
Yeah.
And each day is a new day. Like, I would wake up and I say, okay, do you love me like crazy? I go, yeah, I love you. No, don't tell me you love me. Is it like crazy or nothing? Or I'm packing my bags and leaving? I mean... Am I wasting my time?
A little extreme, but I like it, Mom.
No, it's not extreme. It has to be like crazy or nothing.
Okay, and tell people, I think that some people, especially who are just tuning in for the first time, I think they should know.
Yeah.
Like, to you, what does it mean to be crazy in love?
Crazy, for me, is like, he's number one on earth. I mean, aside from, of course, God and everything. But he's number one for me. And... that it's my favorite thing to be with him. I can't imagine saying, okay, you know what, just stay here, I'm going to go out with friends. No. I mean, my number one choice would be to go out with him, to have lunch with him. We can include our family. I love our friends, y todo, and everything. I'm throwing some Spanish in there, sorry. And, but that's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Is to be with him.
And do you think that he feels the same way?
100%. Or else he would pack his bags and leave.
I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I hear from a lot of people in this community, that they struggle with finding a partner that makes them a priority.
Yeah.
Okay? And so, like, what I love you're saying, Mom, is that you and Dad always make sure to put each other first.
100%.
And never take each other for granted.
Never. Not one day, not 1 second.
Wait, you said a year, but I can't do math. So how many years are you guys together?
Since 77.
Like, is that 40 years, 50 years?
I don't know. It's
No,
45
like 40,
years. 45 years. We're going on 46 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And we work together.
And you work together. And
That's right.
And no one's killed anybody yet.
Not yet.
Mom, you're so precious. Okay, when you say don't take each other for granted. One of my favorite things that I remember when Will and I first had our kid, Juliana, and I was breastfeeding, and Will was beyond so supportive with that, right? And we're a team, okay? Mm-hmm. He's there, and I'm there. But I loved being a mom. And then you came over, and you said, give me that baby. You're going out with Will on a date. Remember?
Right. That's right.
And I said, no, I'm not leaving, Juliana. I'm not going. And you said, stop right there.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that you make time for your husband. Mm-hmm. You and him come first.
Right.
And I'm so glad you did that.
Of course.
I did cry on that date. Like,
you need to get over it. Okay.
I was in tears. I had such a hard time, like, not being with Juliana. But I'm so happy you made me do that. Yeah. Because Will and I, to this day, like now our kids are 10 and 12, and we always go weekly date nights.
That's right.
We take care of each other, Mom. That's high five, Mom.
And I told your brother too. Date night, crucial.
Yeah.
And when you guys, the twins, when you guys were 3 weeks old, I know we had a long weekend, a Memorial Day weekend, and you were just born. You were born May 4th. Mm-hmm. This was like at the end of May. Gabi was, your brother was 5.5. And I told your dad, I said, you know what? I need to get out of here. Let's take the first plane out. Yeah. So he said, okay, we will. So we got on the plane and left.
See, I love
Alone.
This. Alone. A lot of people judge women like, oh my gosh, you're such a bad mother. What? And that's bullshit, right, Mom?
No. Because, everything is a family unit. You have to see it as a family, not just a mom or just this and that. Yeah. A family. If the foundation is strong, you'll have strong kids.
Oh, you see? It's so true, Mom. And I feel like a happy woman, a happy mother, the kids are going to be better off too.
100%. And
I love that you had that awareness of like, oh, it's breakdown time. You're like, I need to get out.
Twins, I'm out.
and I love that Dad showed up for you.
Oh, please. I mean, Dad has always been there. 100% for everything.
He's so cute.
Yeah. I mean, he never changed a diaper, I must say.
He never changed a diaper. Is that bye-bye time?
No, it's not. Absolutely not. But he did feed one of you because we were twins, ate at the same time. So fine.
Okay. If you didn't know this, so I'm a twin. And so that's crazy, Mom.
But he was always very involved.
Okay, wait.
In school, y todo. I mean.
Wait, side note. I need to tell everybody this. Okay. My dad is old school, right? So like he is very traditional.
He's old school Spanish. And my mom was the one that did all those things. Yeah. Will is like modern man kind of thing. He did the diapers. He's the one that does. Well, your dad is 75. Come on. Yeah. Give him a break.
My dad's amazing in his own right.
But he was always involved in the school and going to talk to everyone there in the schools, and he was always involved.
He would go to my sports events.
Always. He just didn't change diapers. That's all.
But I will tell you this, Mom. I always knew as a kid, being your kid, I was like, you guys came first for each other. I always knew it.
And we also told you that.
You told me that
all the time,
and you also like acted like that. You were just like, you guys were a force, like together. I could never do the whole like play you guys.
Never, absolutely never. Like, oh yeah, I tell my dad something, and then you go. No.
Wait, nobody. No, Mom, I understood what you said, but nobody else understood.
Oh, okay. No, none of those little weird talks. Okay, fine. Like you could never go and say, Dad, I want this and that, so he can go, oh yes, you can do it, and then I'm against it. No, we would always be together on everything.
Exactly. And you know what? I learned that from you guys, and Will and I are like that. Yeah. So like,
because kids can see the weakness, the first little weakness, the little crack in the wall, they're going to just go right through it.
100%.
Yeah, okay, so too smart.
So like thinking of the people that are listening right now who are currently dating somebody and they feel like they are not made a priority, they are being taken for granted. What would you say to those people?
It's never going to change.
Oh, stop.
Never. You have to be the priority day one or nothing.
It's true. That is a hard truth. I completely agree
with this. And a lot of people, let me tell you, my mother-in-law, which I adored, she was my best friend. She goes, Cookie, this is monstrous. How can you put my son first? I said, well, for me, it's not monstrous. For me, he comes first, period.
But this is interesting, you guys, because other people need to know this, and they're doing blended families. And so
we have a blended family.
Women who have kids and they're dating, like they're single moms dating, and someone who has kids, right? And you're trying to bring the families, or they're dating like that. Yeah. A lot of times, one of the things that they keep seeing is that the person that they're dating is putting their kids first as a priority. Oh. So like, that is tricky, isn't it? Because it's not your kid, it's their kid.
No. Doesn't change. No, because Dad had one, I had one, and then we had twins together. And we always put each other first.
See, this is interesting, and this is probably going against a lot of the things that people are hearing. But at the end of the day, you guys, they are beyond happily married, and their kids like are awesome. Me, no, but like all of us are. But what I'm saying is that like I think that there's so much power in this message. Because so much of the noise that we hear, Mom, is like, oh my gosh, our kids first. And then you're dating.
One thing, may I say something?
Yeah, of course.
I hate the word step. Stepmother, stepfather, stepbrother, Right. There is no step.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
We're a family. It's a brother. It's a sister.
Right.
That's it. I don't want to hear this other thing.
I love that.
You know, that's number one. And for a family, it's not so much like blood relations. It's like soul relations. You know, soul relations. You know, and we're all a family, and we love each other. And who cares if it's from this marriage or that? That doesn't matter. It's we're a family unit.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Mama, you're so adorable. Mama, you're brilliant, though. I love you. You know, I'm very blessed to have you because I talk to so many people, and they didn't have a mom or have someone with like this guidance, and I appreciate you beyond. Like, I love you so much. I get emotional thinking about it. I do. I'm so grateful. I'm really grateful. But I feel it's a mission to pay it forward because there's so many people that have not heard these messages. Like, they're kind of like in the dark. They're like, I don't know what I'm doing, how to navigate anything. No. And so, you know,
I think too many labels.
Labels, like, what do you mean?
Too many labels, like, this and that. No. Once you marry, the families is just one. Yeah. That's all you have to worry about. Yeah. And love for all, and all of them are loved, and that's it. Okay, but of course, the couple comes first.
The couple comes first. Hold on a second. This is, and I want to specify this, and this is probably going to be like I might get some trolls on this, and I don't really give a shit. Mom, what you said about you when you were dating with intention and you didn't want to waste your time, and you had a child, and you know, you had your son who was like 1, right? My brother, he was 1, and then you met Dad. When you guys met and you clicked on that first day, and you were like nonstop energy, right? You weren't like, oh, by the way, my son comes first, and then you. No, I'm serious.
Why would I say that? Oh, my son. Why would I say that?
People literally do this. They say this.
No, I just introduced him to Gavi. I said, hey, that's my kid right there.
Hey, that's my kid. Hey.
That's the extent of this.
That's the extent. But then you guys went all in on your
relationship.
And
then, I mean, the first date, we just talked for hours, like we knew each other. And like, it was just like, I told him all the stuff. I was so real. He was so real. Everyone, I mean, not a pretending show or anything. Like the good, the bad, and the ugly, like I always say. And that was it. And you know, and that was on a Wednesday, and I didn't see him Saturday, and I said, well, I wonder why. Years later, I found out that he had been dating someone for 6 months and broke up with her because he said, nope, I found the person for me.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That was...
Is that romantic? I can't believe it.
I found out years ago. I mean, you know, the years after, which was years ago, of course.
That is so slick.
No, it's not slick. He's very decent. He can't be with dating 2 girls at the same time.
He can't date 2 girls at the same time.
No, he was being very
By
real.
the way, side note, that was a blind date that they met on. It was a blind date.
Yeah, my mom set us up.
Yeah. But I love, guys, take note, because this is so much gold in this conversation, okay? My mom kept it real. I'm all about crazy love, and when I say crazy, it's not toxic. It's a love where you can be completely real.
But no, I wasn't hiding anything. I told him how horrible my whole situation was, and we just, I mean, it was quite obvious. And, I don't know. We just talked about everything for hours.
Yeah, your person will never run away.
No.
Exactly.
No. I mean, it wasn't pretending. Oh, you know, it's perfect. No. You know?
So, like, anyone that's listening right now who is dating someone and you feel like you're not, like you're being taken for granted, that you're trying to get their attention, you're trying to be a priority and you're not, like, I really feel like you should heed my mom's advice. And I always say this to my clients too, is that if they tell you who they are, they tell you what's important to them from day one. It is up to you to listen.
Right.
And like, so what do you do with that information? Are you going to wait around wasting years of your life trying to convince them that you're a priority?
Yeah, but you know, like one thing, for instance, in that conversation with your dad, he had a pretty bad first marriage. And but he told me one thing which was critical for me, that he never disrespected the house. He never, while he was in that marriage, he never disrespected that marriage when he was living there. And of course, then he moved out and whatever. And for me, that was very important, because if he would have said, oh, they disrespecting the house, the family. Yeah. If you do it once, you do it always. I mean, it's a matter of principle.
I'm a believer of that too. And I always tell people that to ask ask the question, like, what was your last relationship? Well, you know, what happened? And you're curious.
Right.
And I love that Dad was open and vulnerable and sharing that. It shows that he's emotionally available.
Right. I mean, no matter how bad a situation is, I think your principles and your moral compass should guide you always.
Yes. Yeah. You know? And so Dad, you can clearly see, you know, who he was as a person.
Exactly. And he was very young. And, you know.
Well, he wasn't very, wait a second.
Well, he was in his 20s.
No, wait a second. How old was he when you met him? No, he was 30.
No, he was 28.
28. Okay,
yeah,
28.
and I was 20.
Okay.
But I mean, when he was going through all this terrible thing, he was like, what, 25 or 26?
Right.
I mean, a lot of people 26 are kids nowadays.
You know what? On that note, I know we're kind of like sidetracking here, but I will say, because I have you here, age. I really feel like age is just a number. I don't think it. And you said soul connections about soul. I really feel that some souls are older than others. Don't pay attention so much about the age.
Age means nothing.
I agree.
Okay, I have 2 examples. My mom and my dad. My father was like 23 years older than my mom. They had the most amazing marriage until he passed away. And my grandparents, my grandfather was like 7 years younger than my grandmother. Some people say even 14 years. We don't know because my grandmother never said her age. She always said, do I look younger than that person passing by the street? Okay, whatever. The love of his life was my grandmother. He couldn't even take a nap without my grandmother. It was like so crazy.
I love that.
So the age has nothing to do with anything.
Okay, I love that side note. That's a little
at least in my experience.
I love this, Mom. Okay, so the last question for you, Mom. Okay, as you're talking about, raise their passion. You guys, this is gold. I hope you guys are taking notes, even honestly. Take note. What are you doing, you guys? No, but like, Mom, you and Dad are so happily in love, still crazy in love.
Yes.
Will and I are like that. I realize that it doesn't feel like it's work. I really feel like it's about, you choose that person, you love them, and you say, oh my God, they make my life better, and you never want to take them for granted. Never. And so, like, anyone listening right now, do not settle. If you have a mediocre bullshit relationship that doesn't light you up like this, Mom, what do you tell these people?
Like, I want to go home and see my husband right now.
Calm down.
Cut this short. Cut. No.
Calm down.
I live 2 blocks away. See you guys. No.
Oh, you're too cute. I'm going to throw up, Mom. Stop it. Calm down. Oh, thanks for being here, Mom.
Thanks for having me.
Mom, I love this. I'm going to have you again. You know this.
Hope so.
I always have to like get her up a little liquored up at lunchtime.
Liquored up? Oh, wow.
We have a little wine and loosen her up. I go, Mom, you got to get on the podcast.
Thank goodness.
Thank you, Mom. I love you so much. And you guys, you want to say a goodbye? Anything?
Bye.
And remember, say bye-bye to the guys or to anyone who's not lighting you up, who's taking you for granted.
Oh, yeah. No,
You're
impossible.
so beyond amazing.
Yes.
Okay? Do not settle for anything less than crazy love, because it has to be
crazy love or
nothing. Well, that was good. I love it. Until next time. Bye.